TT that won earlier on in Class 2 is not going to do the same here without some turbulence for other parties. Several laps down now. Tyre has been recovered from Jasper Sapra's big moment, so thanks to the marshals for gathering that car. Clio lead appears to have changed. Yes, the 88 car has gotten past, so Hadley Simpson has got past Reece Lloyd for the Clio lead, as we can see here. So the Hyro Motorsport car now ahead of the Dragon Sport machine. Dragon Sport have entered 3 cars, and so have Hyro, so these are the 2 big forces in our Clio class. Just ahead of them is Whitney in the Class 2 Porsche that was mixing it up with the Clios earlier on today. I did ask him for some more of that action in this race, but he is currently ahead of them, as you can see. Let's see then if Reece Lloyd can fight back now that he's lost out to Hadley Simpson. Power out of the Melbourne hairpin. 3 minutes and 50 seconds until the pit window opens, and again, it is only a 10-minute window, so the pit lane is going to get very hectic very quickly. Everyone has to serve a stop. Oh, and Reece Lloyd there with a bit of a puff from the back of his car. Now, that's never a great sign. I wouldn't think it was tyre rub or anything like that going through a section of the circuit that had no real compressions or anything to it. So hopefully Reece Lloyd's car is okay. Turns in to the old hairpin there, still within a second or so of the 88. So then the order at this stage of the race: Byron and Mason in the Seat Cupra. Second place for Dubois. Third place for Skilio. Fourth for Anastasi. Well, unfortunately, I do not have pictures in the commentary box at the moment, so you're seeing more than me. I understand some exciting stuff is happening. Anastasi has dropped down to 4th place. Skilio is through into 3rd place.
Everybody, here's Chris Whalen getting out of the car. What a performance from him in the first half. Simon Mason is about to take over. Let's just walk down a little bit. We'll see if we can grab a quick word with Chris very shortly, but plenty of action going on. The pit window is open. It's chaotic. It's full of excitement and drama down here. Let's run down and I'm going to see if I can grab Chris very shortly for a chat, because it was a fantastic opening stint. You're about to see yourself on telly here, Chris. But we'll let you get your helmet off, because what a magnificent first stint that was, chasing down the Ginetta, getting the car into the lead. And a busy man as well. Don't forget, these guys raced in the British Endurance Championship yesterday as well. Quite a hectic weekend. Yeah. You look tired. You don't want to talk to me, do you?
That was hard work. I didn't expect to be able to take the lead, but I got there and I managed to hold it. I'm absolutely knackered. That was tough going, but the car was good.
It's been a long weekend for you guys, though, hasn't it, as well? They've got the 2-hour race yesterday and 2 15-minute races today.
Yeah, but what was good today was the actual standard of the driving. We're very, very close, but I managed to get past the first 3 cars and hold it. So I'm hoping Simon can bring it home now. But that was a good stint. I enjoyed that.
Look, I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave you alone because you want to sit down, get some water. Well done, Chris Whalen there. What a performance. Let's go back out into the pit lane, shall we? So let's see what else is going on out here, because it's full of action. We've got the Team Britcar in as well, the number 38. Let's just move down a little bit, shall we, and see what else we can pick up. Of course, Dom Shaw and Caleb McDuff here for the Team Britcar. We've got the 89 as well, Harrison and Jenkins just going past. One of the High Road Motorsport Clio cars. Let's keep it, here we go, the car's coming out now. That's it. So by my understanding, in the 38 team at Brit, it's now Caleb McDuff who's taken over the car from Dom Shaw in the BMW Team Brit 1 Series. They're just holding off before they can keep going. Lots going on down here. In fact, if you follow me down a little bit, let's keep going, stick with me a little bit longer, because we've got your Clio Cup leaders as well, Reece Lloyd and Harry Reynolds down here. Let's keep on moving, shall we? I think Reece Lloyd did the first stint, of course, you're 2023 champion. So we've got Alex Neville here as well. Alex, I know you're going to pit very shortly. Race 1 didn't quite go to plan. No, what happened?
We went 5th first and then 1st to last. I thought we had it right. Hell of a start to the season and chaos out there. So yeah, well, let's put that right in this one, hopefully.
Well, it's motorsport, isn't it, Alex? So look, you've got a chance here to really go for it. So best of luck. Thank you. I know we've got 1 or 2 issues up in the commentary box as well, so please just bear with us with that. Who else have we got? Let's make our way up a little bit further. We caught up with George earlier, didn't we? You might have heard that interview in the lunch break, the Road to Race Car Experience. Let's just make our way up a little bit further. We've got East Midlands Airport just down the road as well. Planes going overhead to a wonderful place to be here at Donington Park. Don't forget, coming up on Bark TV, it's not just yesterday and today. We've got the British Truck Racing Championship from Brands Hatch coming up tomorrow and Monday. Support races, I'll be down there for that one too. Let's keep on making our way up, shall we? Let's go see if we can find somebody else to jump in with. Here's the number 16 car, the bouncer head on out. We've got the 213 next to them as well. George is about to jump in, actually, the 213. That's George Chester Master. And out goes number 16, there we go. Right, I'm going to go jump in and have a quick word over here, shall we? Let's see if we can grab a quick word with James. Shall we, James? Quick word. I'll let you get your helmet off first. But what a stint it's been, what a race it has been so far. This is the final race of the day here at Donington Park, in fact, the final race of the weekend. You've just come in from your stint. Let you get your...
Into a sweat that time.
There's a bit of sweat, look at this. Look, you don't need hair wax with that, do you? No. How was it out there?
Much better than the first session today. I mean, at the end of it, you know, we are here at our first race. This is all about building the experience throughout the year. But I actually managed to sit on the back of the Ginetta for a little while, got ahead of him for a lap or two. Then when the front runners came through, he crept in the back. That's experience for you. Absolutely loved it. Looking forward to seeing what George can do now out there. But basically we're here, we're just learning.
Well, I've heard, I spoke to George actually a little bit earlier. He's been tasked with trying to set a 1:57. That's his target.
That would be awesome, yeah. I mean, when we first came here on the very first test day, we turned around and said you need to find 9 seconds. Yeah. He already found 5 of them. He needs the other 4. So I'm interested to see what mine were compared to this morning. But certainly, listen, it's been an awesome experience. what Britcar have laid on. We had great fun with the British Endurance Championship yesterday, but to actually get out there in your own car, in your own race, it's just immense.
One final thing, I can see you've got such a big smile on your face. My producer also said you've got better hair than me as well, so I can't argue.
No, I'm afraid you're way better at styling.
He's got better hair.
But the thing about it is we could both be accused of having helmet hair.
It's nice to talking to us. Right, I think we can go back to commentary now, so fingers crossed we can. Adam, back to you.
Pictures restored in the commentary box then, and this is one of the few cars left that hasn't given us a pit stop yet during this mandatory pit window. This is Dubois, the winner from earlier on today, at the front of the order. There's the 43 car. Now, has Fressel pitted yet? The answer is yes, so that is Ben Green at the wheel. And Ben Green is currently setting fastest laps. He has the fastest lap of the race, last time by a 1:39.640. Now, with that car spinning earlier on in the race, I don't think Ben can do anything about the podium positions in this race, but he'll give it a hell of a good tilt in the interim. Dubois coming through the final corner now, has to pit this time. Mandatory pit window ends in 55 seconds and does indeed come into the pit. The rest of the top six are all in at the moment. Bielan in the 23 has, of course, handed over to the co-driver Simon Mason in the Sim Dynamics with Jabba Sport Cupra. You see there Jones in the number 7 TT, well off the pace, of course, after being in the pits before the window started. Bielan back out of the pits now. Cupra back out on the circuit now, and we'll be running through the first sector of the lap at the moment, towards probably towards our current camera shot in a minute. Here it is, coming towards some of the lap traffic. So this was the car that was in the lead before it pitted, the 23. Bielan got it to the front, of course, before the pit window opened, and now Simon Mason has picked up the baton. And Mason is a very, very fast driver, has experience in just about everything. Carrera Cup GB, British GT, European Le Mans Series. Mason has done a lot of stuff over the years. There is Cupra at the front. Through the S's we go. There's your 23 car powering out of Melbourne. You see the wounded E46 still abandoned there, unfortunately. I feel very sorry for Intersport. They tried just about everything to get back out in this race, including getting a new car ready to go, but they couldn't make it work. Bielan comes by the pit lane, and Dubois should just be exiting the pits at the moment. Where's the 17? There it is now, just leaving the pit lane. The 17 car has left pit lane, and Dubois is going to be quite a way back from our race leader, Bielan, in the 23. Dubois has exited the pits somewhere in the region of 12 or 13 seconds back. There is your 23 car. Of course, it's Simon Mason at the wheel now, I must remember that. Sim Dynamics entry, bouncing across the curb there at Coppice. The Fun Cup car having been taken over. It was Martin Byford at the wheel, it is now Dave Farrow. That car sits second in Class 3 behind Dara Flock. Keelan will be watching on in the garage, excited at what is going on here at the moment. As Mason, you can see the discs starting to glow as well. The brake discs on the front are starting to glow as the sun sets. Whitney, second in Class 2. It's just coming through shot, the lovely Porsche 997. Race cars, of course, look fabulous with all of their aero and all of their bits and pieces on, but there is something to be said for a race car with nothing but the factory bits on it, like that Porsche. Here's Dubois, not just in second, he's down in fourth. I didn't think he lost that much time. But he's going to have to do some pursuing now of Maurizio Sciglio in fourth place. And look who's all the way up in second, Van Nederveen. The 179, however, is stopped out on circuit. David Gooding, having taken over from Nigel Greensall, now going again. I don't know whether that was just a reset moment like we had in the commentary box, a Control-Alt-Delete stop-start situation or not. Hopefully Gooding can make it to the flag. Some of the Clios battling here in front of Van Nederveen. Oh, and they're going too wide in front of him as well. He won't like that. Which two Clios is that? That's the fight for... Is that the lead? Yes. No, that's second in class under contest. Here comes Andy Tucker then, trying to get past the number one, driven by Harry Reynolds. Van Nederveen, second overall, gets past them as it's side by side for second in the Clios. Andy Tucker loses out on that one. Thought he'd got through for a minute, but didn't quite do it. So while this battle for second in Clios carries on, the battle for third overall is closing in behind them, Sciglio and Dubois. And Dubois has definitely closed in on the 47. So this could be a little bit dramatic in the next few moments, because these Clios are going at it hammer and tong, and they're not going to much care for the progress or lack thereof of the Ginettas behind them. Nederveen, very, very fast out there on circuit. He's slower, however, than our race leader Mason, so any chances of pursuing up the road will require more pace. Here comes the Clio / Ginetta situation, and Dubois will have the inside line for Coppice, but he'll also have Clios up ahead of him. The Clio's still fighting. Sciglio is going to get past both of them, I think, on the way up to Coppice. And three wide momentarily as they come through Coppice there. Sciglio and Dubois get through. Battle for third overall coming towards the S's now. It's still in second in class, Harry Reynolds in the Clios, but again, Andy Tucker is right there. I get the feeling that Dubois, in short order, is going to go for it. Oh, and Tucker behind has gone for it. Tucker gets through. No, he overshot. Andy Tucker got through momentarily, only to overshoot going into Melbourne. Too late on the brakes on that occasion. Oh, but that's a statement of intent, almost touching the bumper there, but into the pits. Into the pits has come Tucker. Now, is there anything on the bulletin board to suggest a reason why? No. I understand that elsewhere we have a car pulled up. Neo class leader just bouncing through shot as well. That's the 88 of Maurice Henry. Who will be hoping to just hold on at this stage. He's got a decent advantage of 8 seconds over the Reynolds and Lloyd car in second. It's the 179 that has pulled up again. That's coming out of the S's down towards Melbourne. That is, unfortunately, the end of the day for the Jeff Steele Racing BMW. Tell you what, I wouldn't really like to get out of a car that close to the circuit, but I suppose if you're used to it, you're used to it. Here comes the battle for third once again. Can we maybe see a move from Dubois? Well, not into Melbourne. He sets himself up nicely, though, for a run out of the corner. That is a very good run out of the corner. It's not going to be enough for a move into Goddard, surely. He's still about a car length back. But certainly, we're seeing many a statement of intent, I think, out of Dubois. The body language of the car suggests, I'm coming by. But Maurizio Sciglio isn't necessarily going to comply with that. Through first corner, through Redgate once again. 11 minutes left on the clock. Your leader is Simon Mason. Van Nedderveen is running in second place, just 10 seconds away from the leader. And in fact, Van Nedderveen is closing in. The last lap for Mason was quite slow, but I think that might have been because of lap traffic. Van Nedderveen gaining 2 seconds last time. Safety car is out. Now I imagine that could be for the 179. The BMW of Gooding might be the responsible party for this. David Gooding pulled up on the side of the road. So, safety car is out with 10 minutes of this race left to go, and that of course is going to reset everything. And I don't think this is going to be a 10-minute safety car. So, strap in. This is going to get very interesting very quickly. The battle for third place, of course, will be neutralised. Race will get very interesting once we get started. So then, the 23 car will follow in the will be in the lead and is being followed in the safety car queue by the number 7 TT. So that means there is a bit of padding between Mason and Van Nedderveen. So the 23 Cupra has a bit of a lifeline, a bit of a cushion in the form of the number 7 Class 2 TT. Van Nedderveen, therefore, won't be right on the rear bumper of the Cupra from the word go once this race is resumed, and we have decent reason to think it will be. Cars making their way back around at the moment. Let's then run through the top 10 as it stands. It's Simon Mason in the lead of the race in the Seat Cupra. Van Nedderveen sits second in the first of the Ginettas. That, of course, is from the Datum Motorsport stable. Third place, another Datum car, Maurizio Sciglio in the 47. Dubois in the TMC car sits fourth. Then it's Ben Green in fifth place. Now, Ben Green is just about on the lead lap. He will be behind a great many lapped cars, of course, but Ben Green, the driver who's taken victories at some of the highest levels of GT3 competition, is going to be on the lead lap and a lot closer to some of those that could be in his firing line. I don't know that he's going to have time to make up any places once he's got through the lap traffic, but maybe there's an outside shot of a podium for Fressel and Green. While that's going on track, I understand that back in the pits, Ian Waterhouse is down with another driver. Let's get a listen in to an interview once again.
Right, everybody, welcome down to the pits. We're with Dragon Sport at a minute. Our old mate Reese, we're coming back to have a quick chat, Reese, because actually this safety car might help you out a little bit here.
I think Sam and Jack are doing well. They're going to be right up behind Maurice, so that'll be good. We've got a track limit. We've got a pit stop penalty serve, so we're going to drop a couple places. But yeah, it's going to bunch up. Final 5 minutes. This is exciting, isn't it?
This is what we want. So if you're watching, do not go anywhere, because this is going to be a Grand Slam finish.
I back Sam. I think he's keen. He's new. And he wants to go out with a win, so
well,
knockout.
Things were getting tight up there. You're kind of resuming rivalries with high row there.
Yeah, it was good. And we spoke on lunchtime about pit stops, and we said we were going to be a bit more aggressive on the pit stops, and it's cost us. We were a 10th out on both of them, which is nothing, but it's so close. And sometimes you got to roll the dice. And
you did say actually, you said you reckon there's about 3 seconds you could play with. Yeah. You've played with that 3 seconds and a little bit more.
We've played with 3.1 seconds.
And it's cost you.
Yeah.
That's from motorsport.
Yeah.
Adam, back to you. We're in for a Grand Slam finish.
So then, the ongoing recovery we can see here of the 179 still hasn't even begun, really. Marshals are there, vehicle is coming, I think, is the current prognosis. With 5 minutes of the race left to go, that is going to be tight. They have the tow rope there. And this could end up being a 1, maybe 2 lap dash. The tractor has been enlisted. I guess they don't have a pickup nearby. So that's going to have to very slowly reverse down the hill as the arm extends inward. They have to very slowly reverse down the hill towards the recovery area, towards the assembly area where the cars start these races or get brought out onto the track from the support paddock. But now that the car has been taken out of the grass, it is now being abandoned by the tractor. So does this mean that the car can at least roll downhill? I understand it might be the suspension that is the issue. And they're now pushing the car away, and I think it does have a bit of a suspension issue looking at that right rear. But while that car makes its way back and we have one more lap under safety car, with the tractor trying to join in, I'm a Class 4 car, I'm a Class 4 car. Well, maybe not, but Ian Waterhouse is down with the Martin Byford, driver of the Fun Cup car.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Pit Safety Car still out, of course, so we thought we'd have a good chance to just catch Martin Byford on the hop here. He was not expecting us to come down and have a chat. Safety car works for some people, doesn't work for everyone though, does it?
No, that kind of cost us that one. Yeah, I've worked quite hard to build that lead, and safety car just snatches it away, doesn't it?
That is the perils of motorsport, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes it falls for you, sometimes it goes against you. Yeah, we had about a 50-second lead, and he was catching us. He's a little bit quicker than Dave on the circuit. I think he's a quicker car than us, really, but we kind of built that cushion. And yeah, there's a few cars between us, and I don't know how many laps we're going to get of racing when we go back to it. I'm hoping 1.
It might just be a 1-lap shootout, mightn't it, with the way the clock's running down?
Yeah, so we might hold on to P2, which, to be fair, is very unexpected. We didn't expect to be fighting for podiums this weekend.
Well, you did in race 1, and that was unexpected because you started from the pit lane.
Yeah, so this is our kind of very much backup car. Our main car that EDF have prepped isn't quite ready. We had some delays over the winter getting it built, so that should be out for the next round. So the Fun Cup car was brought in to save the day. Yeah, and the idea was to put some points on the board today. P2 in race 1 was kind of a huge bonus. So we'll see what we can do now.
I see how performance. You might bring it out for Snetterton again, huh?
Or with the long straights at Snetterton. I think
Well, maybe not,
you
yeah,
might struggle a little there. Yeah.
Martin, thanks so much. Best of luck. Better hand back to Adam. Thank you.
You may notice that I called him the Martin Byford as we cut, and that's because he is a Britcar Stolt, if ever there was one. The safety car lights are out, and we have a 1-lap dash to see who's going to win this race. Good luck, everybody. Look at Simon Mason. He's launched it away. He's home free in the lead from there. He's taken advantage of the TT and given Van Nederveen what is likely an insurmountable gap to contend with. There in 6th place overall and 4th in the queue is the Class 2 leading Carrera. That car should be okay and home free as well. It's going to be the battle for 3rd that is going to be the point of interest between Skilio and Dubois, as well as some of the cup battles further back. And a move. Dubois goes through there at the old hairpin. Dubois goes up into 3rd place. Ben Green, meanwhile, between the Clios as the number 12 car gets itself past Harrison. Coyne then, I think, moving up the order a bit. The Clio's really going at it. This is the top 3 in Clio that we see here running up towards Coppice. That is the number 1 car, Harry Reynolds. That is pressuring the 88 driver, Maurice Henry. Harry Reynolds versus Maurice Henry at the front of the Clio order. They go through the S's. I'm not sure that Harry Reynolds is going to get there in time. Meanwhile, at the front of the pack, the clock is about to hit 0 on this race. The checkered flag should be there for them this time, and it is going to be Simon Mason that brings it home. For he and Chris Bielan. Is the checkered flag thrown? Yes, it is. The race concludes, and it concludes in favour of the Jabbersport Cupra. Van Nederveen finishes 2nd. Dubois, with his move at the old hairpin, takes 3rd. And a change in the Clios. The Clios went the way of Harry Reynolds. He took it in the last 2 corners. He beat Maurice Henry in the last 2 corners to win the Clios and take 6th overall. The Clios also swallowed the Porsche at the end of the race there, so Whitney dropped down to 8th overall. 6th overall, your Clio winner, Harry Reynolds, along with Reese Lloyd. But there's your overall winner. The 23 car takes the win. The Cupra takes it. Simon Mason and Chris Bielan with a success. The Britcar Trophy Championship results then. Bielan and Mason claim it for the Jabbersport team, the Sim Dynamics team. Van Nederveen taking 2nd. Dubois rounding out the podium overall and in Class 1. Skilio in 4th. 5th place to Ben Green at the end there at the wheel of the car that he shares with Stephen Fressel. 6th place and winning in Clio Cup. The Clio class, that is Reynolds and Lloyd. Henry and Simpson 2nd in class. The Class 2 winner, Whitney, in 8th place. Nessa and James finishing 3rd in Clios ahead of the car that rounds out the top 10, Tucker and Halstead. Tomlinson and Shanks finishing 11th. Coyne and Neville in 12th. Harrison and Jenkins in 13th. Dara Flock finishing 14th overall and also winning in Class 3. And the 2nd place in Class 3 went to Farrow and Byford, just a 2nd clear of the Turnbull Ginetta G40 there as well. So then, the final race of the day has concluded with some sensational battling and one last twist at the tail. And the Seat Cupra has taken the win up against the might of the Ginettas. 4 cars from 5 in the top 5 were Ginettas, but the one at the top was a Cupra Leon. Byron and Mason will celebrate a win. Of course, they didn't have a great run of form in the race earlier today. They got pushed out at the first corner. They spent their time down the pack. So this victory will feel very hard earned and very, very well deserved. You see there the emergency vehicles already withdrawing away. Withdrawing towards the Parc Fermé will be our cars and drivers. Our marshals will also be getting their lifts back around to their respective cars. Our thanks to the marshals for all of their efforts this weekend. It's been 2 pretty difficult days. Yesterday in particular was rather sodden as well from a weather perspective, and the marshals, as always, have hung tough through everything and done a really brilliant job of keeping everybody safe, keeping the track ready to go. So then,
so that brings us to the end of that. Thank you very much to the Orange Army, the rescue crews, the recovery crews, the maintenance crews, the medical fire crews, all of the above.
So then the recovery trucks, as we see, going back, and I understand that in the next few minutes Ian Waterhouse will join us, and Ian is there with the cars, and he is now going to talk to us. Ian is down there, and we are going to wrap with him one last time as the day concludes.
Ah, what a finish, isn't it? That's why we absolutely love motorsport. Here is Simon Mason getting out. Great stint, wasn't it, by Chris Allen in the first bit? But here he is, Simon. Oh, you can't see it, but there's a smile underneath that helmet, isn't there?
Yeah.
It was a great stint by Chris to get you guys into the lead. Of course, the safety car, how nervy was it at the end to hold on to it?
It was horrible, that little bit, but I had a strategy. I thought I'm going to manage it, and it worked. So.
Congratulations. Well, I'll see you over there because we're going to give you some pots. Don't forget your data cards as well. Data cards. There we go. Thanks. Well done, Simon. Let's just move down a little bit. The cars are actually just, looks like they're being weighed, so we'll just wait for them to come through. But second place, of course, Axel van Nidderveen. What a drive from him as well. Ced Dubois has made it a double podium day for him as well. He's just coming through now. He's just behind in the number 17, Ginetta. What a day we have had. Of course, it was disappointment in the first race for Axel van Nidderveen in the 1-1-1 in the Ginetta Data Motorsport, a DNF in race 1, in race 2 a second place finish. We better move out of the way actually so he can come round and through, and we'll grab a quick word with Axel. Spoke to him many times, haven't we, in the Britcar Trophy over the last couple of years or so. And let's move around and have a quick chat. Let's make sure he's got his data card as well. Have you enjoyed watching the racing action at Donington Park? Let us know in that comment section on Bark TV. We would love to hear from you guys. And don't forget, a lot coming up over the course of the next 2 days as well. We head straight from here down to Brands Hatch tonight to bring you the British Truck Racing Championship. Axel, second place, that's better, isn't it? That's more like it. That's what we like to see. How was it out there?
That was good. And all I can say is just can't thank the team enough for getting the car back in one piece, because it was good when well broke.
Yeah.
But,
oh, your car's rolling. Oh, there you go. Stop now. There we go. All right. That's not all we need, is it? Well done. I'll let you get your helmet off and get us there. We've got Ced Dubois coming in as well, because remember, he won race 1, third in race 2. He should be going here, actually, but he's not going to. So we'll just run over and grab a quick chat with... Oh, he's not. He's not. Okay, well, he's not third. Ooh, okay, we'll get confirmation of where he is very, very shortly. Right, it has been a great day. That's why we love being live, isn't it? Absolutely anything can happen. We've got absolutely no idea. Just a quick reminder, Reynolds and Lloyd picking up 2 wins in the Clio Cup. The champions from last year, Reece Lloyd, perfect start for them this season. Whitney coming first place in Class 2 as well, and it's been a perfect day for Dara Flock. I wonder if we can just grab a quick word with Claire Headley. I'm going to say her name really loud to see if she picks me up. Claire, what a day it's been, what a weekend it's been. Guess what, the British Endurance Championship and the Britcar Trophy is back.
Oh, absolutely, what a weekend. It's just so great to be back at Donington. Obviously, just so pleased it's gone really, really well. No major issues. Just need to get out of the way for a moment. But yeah, no, really pleased, Ian. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Right, so that is it from us here at Donington Park. If you come here, because you're about to get a Seat Cupra up your bum there, so be careful. And don't forget, we are back live though on Bark TV tomorrow. British Truck Racing Championship Sunday and Monday. I will be there for that. It's going to be an absolute corker. Thanks so much for tuning in. Can I just say as well, one thing we haven't done is said a big enough thank you to the Marshals, the Orange Army as well. As ever, we could not go racing, so thank you to everybody. I'm going to hand back to Adam. I've been your pit lane presenter for the British Endurance Championship and Britcar Trophy, Ian Waterhouse. Thanks for watching. Take care.
Replays then of this race. We had an early spin, of course, for the number 14 Clio. We had some great Clio battling as well. Dara Flock in the Class 3 machine, well ahead. Well, not well ahead, but certainly getting adopted by some of the other Clios. The 40, Jasper Sapra shedding a wheel. 2 BMWs that they've gone through in 2 races. That's not a great sign. The 43 car spinning. We had a couple of spins actually. We didn't see that one live, I don't think. The 43 car having a second spin. The 88 car in the Clio scrap as the, oh goodness me, I didn't see this. I think this happened while I didn't have pictures. The number 4 car, Marco Anastasi, having a moment. The 47 locking up. That was Skilio getting a bit messy as he tried to hold off Dubois. Oh, goodness me, and a big straight on as well for another of the Clios there. That's the Race Experiences machine of Josh Tomlinson and Kieran Shanks, the Mac G run car. And that was the move that sealed it at the last corner in the Clio battle in favour of Harry Reynolds and Reece Lloyd. But your winner across the line overall was your Class 1 winner of 2, of course, and that was the Seat Cupra of Byerlin and Mason. Fitting end to a fabulous day that we have had so far. Of course, the day has come to an end. That was our last day race of the day, but it is not our last race of the weekend here on the BARC YouTube channel, because 2 days of British Truck Racing Championship action will be up next on Sunday and Monday from Brands Hatch. Support races ranging from saloon cars to pickups to junior saloons and everything in between. Dave Goddard will be there as well, the main voice of this channel. Thank you for having me as something of a guest, wanted or not. Dave will be with you at Brands Hatch bright and early tomorrow for more BARC action.